sitting with a first-time Tony Award nominee. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing good. It's a whirlwind. It's pretty crazy.
It's a whirlwind. Yeah, I can imagine. You finished this show back in November, Punch.
Yeah.
Fantastic play. You played Jacob. Such a beautiful, full performance. But I'm sure you kind of left him in the past a little bit, or do you never leave a character like Jacob?
I think they always kind of live with you forever. The wonderful thing about theater is that you do it so much that it can't really leave you forever. You know, you might do a film and you're only doing each scene once. This, you're really living in it, so it'll always definitely live in me. But I did have to shake it off a little bit. This one, it was an intense ride.
Yeah, so what's it like now to be back and talking about Jacob again and about
really
your
crazy.
nomination?
But it's so wonderful, actually, because I wouldn't have, had a reason to as much without this. So it's like a really great reflection period. Yeah.
This is your first, I didn't know who you were before I saw this play, sort of your introduction to this whole community, and it's exciting to have this happen.
It certainly is.
Was there anything sort of that this nomination validates about the whole experience of doing this role and this show on Broadway?
I think that, it's really flattering that that everyone remembered it and was moved by it. I think the real validation came from the audiences every night and talking to people at the stage door. Heard some really amazing stories about people going through similar things, and talked to some amazing people who came to do talkbacks after the show. It was such a, it's a true story, and it has real life consequences that are still being felt. So that was really the greatest thing about it.
Yeah, there are some plays, when you're doing such emotionally rich, real stories like that, the relationship with the audience is totally different at the stage door.
Yeah, it really is.
You sit and you hear people's stories and they want to share.
Yeah, it was really inspiring. People were really, moved to share in that way, which was beautiful. It was a treat to hear every night.
I'm sure also incredibly heavy for you to you actually have to kind of remove yourself and do the show every night.
Yeah, totally. There were definitely some days where it was in between two show days where, someone would come and talk to us and, share this wonderful and intense story with us, but then you'd have to kind of be like, okay, we got to get back in the zone. Yeah, and do the job. I think Broadway is something I dreamt of as a kid. Yeah, doing theater at this level. I don't think I necessarily had a goal to end up here, but it feels really good to be here.
Were there some performances you saw on stage that you just found inspiring when you were a kid?
Yeah, there were so many. There was even just local Shakespeare companies. That's how I kind of got into acting, was doing a bunch of summer Shakespeare, summer stock theater, and even just seeing my fellow cast members in those was that's where you get the bug.
What do you think that kid would have been most blown away by the experience of what you've had happen to you on Broadway this season?
I think there were some people who came to see the show from my childhood. And so to think that I both interacted with those, teachers and mentors at this point and was interacting with them at that point, I think would be really, really mind-blowing for young me. Yeah.
You're going to have a beautiful, rich career in film and TV, I can just tell, and Broadway, hopefully. I hope there'll be more Broadway.
I hope so, too.
Years from now, I want you to look back on this moment properly. So can you look in that camera and just tell that future version of you how you feel right now today?
I feel really, really lucky and really blessed to be here. Yeah,
awesome. You're here because you're fantastic. Congratulations.